Jeremy Hunt, 43. Sajid Javid, 23. Boris Johnson, 114.
So it already seems to be Boris Johnson's race to lose. He received nearly 3 times as many votes as his nearest rival in this first round, and momentum is now very much with him. His team has studiously avoided letting Johnson do any of this sort of thing, for the obvious reason that it hardly looks like a Prime Minister in waiting. But for all of his ducking of difficult questions about his private life and personality, it remains a fact that polling has him as popular with his party, but unpopular with very many voters. They, unlike the MPs, seem to want to know how exactly he will renegotiate a deal with the European Union when there is effectively no time left to do it.
I think the onus is on the candidates to show how they will achieve Brexit, because it's all very well saying, well, we'll go for no deal, but that may not get through Parliament. If you say you renegotiate it, well, it may not get through the EU. So at the moment, the candidates are not being adequately precise to convince even their own colleagues, let alone the membership or the public at large.
Johnson's appeal is partly based on the terror many Conservative MPs have that Nigel Farage's new Brexit party is so undermining them that if Brexit isn't delivered as soon as possible, then the Tory party faces destruction.
Morning, Foreign Secretary.
But does Johnson do his rivals Jeremy Hunt, the current Foreign Secretary, or Michael Gove, the eloquent Environment Secretary, actually know how to deliver Brexit any better than Theresa May did?
They've been wrong for 3 years about what the EU is willing to negotiate. Why would they be right all of a sudden now? So they don't stand up to scrutiny, and I think it's not necessarily intended to stand up to scrutiny. I think it's maybe intended to influence the candidates in the leadership debate towards sort of moving generally towards their direction and competing with each other to be more pro-no-deal Brexit.
Yet that consideration seems less important to rank-and-file Conservatives than their belief that only Johnson can stop their party from being wiped out. Boris Johnson may not be a details man, but he's certainly not short of rhetorical flourish. Courage seems to be his byword. Of course the UK can do this one way or the other. Well, if he really thinks he is the man to take the UK out of the European Union without any sort of trade deal, he may find himself hostage to his own fortune. Apart from anything else, the growing likelihood of Johnson as Prime Minister will put enormous pressure on the Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn to do something to stop the UK being walked out of the European Union without any trade deal. And time is not on his side either.